You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show.
Broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
This is sports talk for the people.
Follow Stewart Media and Entertainment right now on Facebook to stay connected and locked in for upcoming events like the Couples and Cocktail Series, viewing parties, and much, much more. Up next, get ready to ride raw with the Doug Stewart Show.
This is sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce, the Doug Stewart Show.
Exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's STEW for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STEW, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STEW.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Doctor, this is the mayor talking.
All right.
Doctor,
Come on, what?
always do the right thing.
If you came here to hear for fake, you are in the wrong place. We are for real around here. We keeps it real. This is the Doug Stewart Show, the livest, the realest, the trillest sports talk show in America. Are you not entertained? This is Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce, the Doug Stewart Show. Yes! Game time. Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show. What's happening? Oh, boy. I'm back and in full effect, baby. Woo! Woo! I got a story to tell. Like the great Biggie Smalls said, I got a story to tell, man. Welcome so much, and thank you so much for joining your boy on the Doug Stewart Show. Bring it back! Whoa! Woo-hoo! Woo! I feel good. Shouts out to all of the Stewies, everybody already in the chat room. This is the Doug Stewart Show, and it is a fantastic, funny, freaky Football Friday. And, boy, thank you. Shouts out to y'all, man. Shouts out to you all. All right, I got a story to tell, like the great Biggie Smalls said on one of his songs. I got a story to tell. Well, first, let me kind of give you the foundation of the show today. It is a fantastic, funny, freaky Football Friday. Thank you so much for joining your boy on the Doug Stewart Show. We'll talk about the little sports stories out there, the latest on IK and Geno Smith, Browns, Redskins last night. Johnny Manziel looked like he got a little something going on. So we'll talk about that. Anderson Silva's in the news. LeBron James, guys doing good stuff in the hood. Oh, man, we're going to talk about LeBron James. We've scheduled an interview with Spencer Tillman, college football analyst. He's got a book coming out. We'll talk to him a little bit later on today's show as well. Today I'm going to kind of suspend the college football and the NFL preseason football reports because it's just a lot of other good, interesting stuff we're going to get into today outside of that. And we got Spencer Tillman on, so that's kind of repetitive. So we'll suspend that until Monday. And then also, obviously, man, today the new Compton movie, Straight Outta Compton, comes out today. And so we're going to talk Straight Outta Compton, NWA, West Coast music. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. We got your Ball Peanuts Award. Don't forget about that, so cast your vote for that. We'll give you the winner of this week's Ball Peanuts Award. And if you're a new listener to the Doug Stewart Show, what that is, in effect, is the Buster of the Week Award. That's what it is. So we'll give that out a little bit later today as well. But so the Compton Talk, you see the title of today's show, Straight Outta Moncks Corner. That's where I'm from. And I started thinking about, before I get to the real news and what happened to your boy yesterday and what I did yesterday, but this whole Straight Outta Compton memes that went crazy on social media a couple of days ago, just marketing genius. But it started me thinking about Compton and NWA and how those cats really put Compton on the map. You know, they really, really did, man. And you see Straight Outta Moncks Corner because, be honest, I mean, who put Moncks Corner on the map? I mean, really. But before you heard of the Two Live Stews, had you ever heard the name Moncks Corner? Be honest with yourself. So, I think that you can safely say that the Two Live Stews put Moncks Corner on the map. Yes, sir. So we paid tribute to NWA on Tuesday with Tribute Tuesday. So today what we're going to do is play some West Coast music from some prominent artists that were all inspired by NWA. Once again, the movie comes out tonight, so we're going to have some fun with that all day today. All right, so yesterday, I kept telling you I had to go see A Man About a Horse on yesterday, and I actually did go see this Man About a Horse. Let me give you exactly what went down. I'm going to tell you about this after the fact, man, because I was, to be honest with you, I was kind of scared to talk about it before. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So yesterday, I turned 46 in a couple of months. In November, I turned 46 years old. So a couple of months ago, I went to the doctor for a pulled hamstring or something. I can't even remember what it was. And the nurse was like, you know what? You should have a colonoscopy. I was like, what? What do you mean? What is that? I knew what it was. And so he's like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and schedule you for one. And I was like, wait a minute, I didn't know. I thought I didn't have to do this till I was like 50 years old. I was like, well, yeah, we want black men to do it at like 45. So you're right at that age. I don't know why they didn't tell you to do it for your last physical last year. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. And so I kept trying to find reasons to put it off. Man, and I had a schedule. But you ever had somebody tell you something, and if you're superstitious like me, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, I'm kind of superstitious. So I had found a way to just say, man, whatever, I'll just put it off or whatever until I get a chance to do it. And then something in the back of my head kept saying, man, you know what? If you do put this off, and it comes back to haunt your ass, then you're gonna be sorry. So it kept popping in my mind. Go ahead and just do it. I didn't want to do it. So I says, you know what? Finally, I says, I'm going to do it because God knows if I don't and down the road something happens, then I'll be mad at myself. God was trying to tell me to go ahead and do the damn colonoscopy. So if there was an issue, we could find it out early and then do some preventive stuff. And so I went ahead and scheduled it yesterday, man. The last 2 days or the last day and a half, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, I had to drink this laxative that actually cleaned you all the way out. When I say all the way out, I mean all the way out. Nasty as hell. And everybody kept telling me, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, everybody kept telling me the worst part about the whole thing, Stu, is the stuff you got to drink, the laxative stuff you got to drink. And, I mean, it was about 2 gallons of stuff. I wasn't able to eat for like 30-something hours. No solid food. I had nothing to eat for a day and a half, literally. And I had to drink 2 gallons of this laxative stuff that was absolutely disgusting. It tasted like some old stale chocolate milk. And that's not a lie. That's exactly how it tastes. And if you've done this before, you're probably agreeing with me right now. So went in yesterday, man. They put me under, which is another crazy thing. They put the IV in, and they was like, all right, you're going to be sleeping about 10 seconds. I was like, yeah, right. And so I'm saying in my mind, when they tell me that they're going to kick in the medicine that I'll see, we'll see if I go to sleep in 10 seconds. And literally 7 seconds, I started to feel groggy. And I think 2 seconds later, I was gone. And all I remember is them waking me up. It's like, all right, we're done. What, you done? All right, okay, that was good. I don't remember anything happening. And finally, the outcome of the procedure, and I said to the doc, I was like, all right, doc, just give it to me straight. What'd you find? The doc was like, man, we ain't find ish. You good. You good. Praise God. Didn't have none of them polyps or anything like that. And so he says you good for 10 years. You have to get it every 10 years, man. So what I'm going to do today, man, use this as a platform to kind of do some good. Many, many years ago, we had some doctors come in to promote a health screening that was going on in Atlanta. And one of our listeners, and maybe I'll call his name, Detroit Kurt from Detroit, a longtime listener to the Stews, actually went down and had one of the screenings. And they found some things that actually, he needed to get addressed. And Kurt is fine, kicking, doing well. And he says, man, without you guys, and if I weren't listening to the show that day, I may not have went and had this health screening for them to see that I did have some issues I need to get taken care of. And Kurt says it practically saved his life. So what I'll tell you, as my Stewies, that is my people, it ain't that bad. The worst part is drinking that old laxative stuff. There's a bunch of dudes, middle-aged dudes that listen to this show, man. Go ahead and have your prostate checked, and also go ahead and have that colonoscopy if it's time for you to do it. It's not that bad. Once again, I don't remember anything that went down with that whole procedure. But go ahead and do it, man. And once again, just like something in my mind kept telling me to do it because they told me to do it, and I wanted to put it off, hopefully I'm putting that in your mind right now so you can go ahead and handle your business and go see the doctor, man. There it is. Yes, sir, your boy is healthy. Yes, sir. Knock on wood. They say my pressure up a little bit. I says, you don't understand my line of work. My pressure goes up all the time. Yes, Tree. Yes, Tree. Good morning, Tree. How you doing? What?
I'm good. I'm getting ready to put the poll up.
Okay. All right.
On Facebook. If you're not in the Facebook group, you can't vote. But if you are, then you'll get the poll in about 5 minutes.
Okay. All right. So that voice you just heard, if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, is my producer, Tree, the Tree of Life. And so we're doing the Boiled Peanuts Award this week. You need to follow me on Facebook. The Doug Stewart Show on Facebook. We have an actual group. Go in there and you'll see the poll, and you can vote for the Buster of the Week this week in sports and beyond. All right? All right. So I did my little public service announcement. Go get checked out, fellas. Go get checked out. Especially the brothers, man. You got to go ahead and do that because, we eat a lot of pork and swine. And my line brothers was telling me yesterday we drank a lot of OE back in the day. We drink a lot of Old English, baby. And the fact that I'm still healthy is pretty good. Yes, Tree?
I mean, speaking of Old English, I didn't know about Old English until NWA. And I feel like that is something that came straight out of Compton.
Right. Maybe it did. Yeah.
40s.
Yeah. Speaking of which, all day long today on the Doug Stewart Show, we're going to pay homage to Compton. We'll give you some Compton, California facts. Once again, never heard of the city till NWA, but they put it on the map. Just like the Stews put, Moncks going on the map. NWA put Compton on the map. Had you ever heard of Compton before NWA came out? No, you didn't. You heard of L.A. I think I remember Watts because of the Watts riots, and I think I remember Watts because of Sanford and Son. But I never heard of Compton. Tell NWA put them on the map. All right, so we get back from the break, man. We'll read your chat. We'll talk about the latest on the Jets saga between IK Incompali, I believe that's the way you say his name, something like that, as well as Geno Smith. And we'll do what we do on the Doug Stewart Show, man. Have fun. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Don't go away. Keep it locked. This is the Doug Stewart Show. In life, things happen, good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and number one independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! This is your boy Doug Stewart, one half of the Two Live Stews. Check out my brand new daily show and podcast that airs live Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Spreaker.com. That's the Doug Stewart Show daily at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Spreaker.com. Or check out the podcast anytime, 24/7. If you're not stewing, what in the world are you doing?
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your number one advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
How was NWA formed?
Well, NWA was formed just out of friends that got together and decided to make a group. You know, I wanted to get away from the group I was in, the Wrecking Crew at the time. Right. You know what I mean? So I was really trying to find a way to get away. I didn't have enough money to go in and record. I had a group that I was ready to record on, and I didn't have enough money. So bam, man comes Easy. You know what I mean? I knew he had money. He was out hustling. It's like, listen, man, why don't you come throw some money into this music thing? You know what I mean? Uh-huh. So me and him got together, and the song that was written for this group just happened to be Boys in the Hood.
Yes, sir.
They were from New Jersey, New York, or something like that. They decided they didn't want to do it, so I talked Easy into doing the record.
Man, and Easy didn't want to be a rapper at first.
He did not want to be a rapper. It took me a couple of hours to talk him into getting on the mic and just trying it.
And everything was kind of like punch in, like cruising down the street in my 6'4". All right, we got that.
Yep, throughout the whole song.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Straight Outta Compton is a crazy brother named Ice Cube.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. This is a fantastic, funny, freaky Football Friday. Thank you so much for joining your boy. I really do appreciate it. You just heard a clip. That was an interview that Dr. Dre did on Big Boy TV. Credit Big Boy TV. and talking about the formation of NWA. And you do remember, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, you do remember ISO or Dr. Dre's first group/crew that he was with, the World Class Wrecking Crew. And if you don't remember, just Google World Class Wrecking Crew. And they kind of look like, they kind of look like rap groups did back in the day. Real flamboyant, wearing boots and fur coats and no shirts and cowboy hats, kind of like African Bambaataa and them cats from New York, the Fantastic or the Furious Five, those dudes that used to dress like entertainers. And the pictures you see with Dr. Dre and the World Class Wrecking Crew, they had Jerry curls and they wore all of this stuff with rhinestones and glitter and all of this crazy stuff. And he was like, I wanted to get away from them dudes. You think so? That was probably not just talking with Eazy-E or getting and forming NWA. That probably was one of his better moves in his lifetime, man. So that's what you heard just coming back from the break. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show, and it is a fantastic, funky, freaky Football Friday. If you're new to the show, man, follow the show on Spreaker.com, and then there's a little chat button. You click on the little chat button, and then, bam, you're introduced to a whole new world of sports chat. It's called the Fantasy Island of Sports Chat, and its inhabitants are the Stewies. That's what I call them. So what we do is we talk about some little stories. We put it on T, and then y'all hit a home run. And I read a lot of that chat on the show as well. So it's kind of like a conversation starter, and that's how we do it on the Doug Stewart Show. All right, 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. But once again, the easy way is in the chat room on Spreaker.com. And I wasn't here to talk about this yesterday, but the story kind of broke on yesterday. With the New York Jets, you know what happened the day before. They cut IK Enemkpali because of the fight that he had with Geno Smith, broke his jaw in 2 places. And lo and behold, everybody was speculating on whether he would get another job because he had a history of this type of thing in the past when he was in college. And praise God, I guess in his case, Rex Ryan and the Buffalo Bills come a-calling and they sign him. Less than 24 hours after the Jets cut him, they sign him. And subsequently, after the story first broke, we started to get more information about exactly what went down in the locker room. And you saw the interview that Ryan Clark did on the Puppet Factory where he talked about, some of the details. And, it kind of came across, and the more and more we hear about it, is that Geno was kind of playing this man truly to the left. And once again, before we had a lot more details or more details than we do as we have right now, it was all speculation. And I stated that. I prefaced everything I said on Tuesday saying that it was all speculation. But based on me being in locker rooms for a lot of my life and knowing how dudes are, simply put, I could kind of guess where that story or how that whole thing went down. And we're kind of getting more confirmation of that really Geno kind of like, he caused this whole thing on himself. That's the way it's kind of coming across right now. Now, I'm not saying that dude should have went to the direction that he did. I'm not going to say that violence really handles or solves anything, but it's real. It is what it is. It's real. You owe me some money, man. And I said a lot of this on Tuesday. You owe me some money, and you acting like that I'm bothering you like I'm some kind of fly or something buzzing around your face, and you telling me to leave you alone and you're not going to pay me. And then word on the street is that Geno put his finger in dude's face. I don't know why he would do that. I mean, just from the etymology of a quarterback's personality and a linebacker's personality, why did Geno Smith think that he could whoop this dude? I don't know. But anyway, allegedly he put his finger in dude's face and dude just socked him one. That's what's coming out. And you hear from Darrelle Revis, and he kind of gave blame to both players. And Rex Ryan probably knows the locker room as well. Obviously, he knows these guys' personalities. He's probably talked to some of the Jets players. He's probably talked to some of the Jets ownership about the story. And he's probably got more details than what we do as the public than we do. And so Rex Ryan's like, damn it, whatever, we'll take him. And so he got signed by the New York Jets. If you're IK Impali, you're excited. He actually said that yesterday in an interview. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. He actually said he was grateful, he was thankful, and he's going to be the best teammate that money can buy. And, of course, he would say that. Ninja was really speculating on whether he was going to ever have a job again, and look what the God that we know and love did for him. Got that man a job overnight, and so we'll see how this whole thing turns out. There's questions now on whether Geno Smith is going to file a lawsuit. I don't think he will. I mean, that's just not a dude type thing to do. Yeah, I'm serious. I mean, you file a lawsuit against a dude you owed money to because he punched you in the jaw. I mean, really, once again, the way it comes across is he kind of brought this thing into himself, being Geno Smith. All right, 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let me go ahead and do some birthdays right now. Let's see. Magic Johnson turns 56 years old today. Happy birthday to Magic. Did you think, and I'll ask Tree this. Do you think, and it's been over 20 years, I think they just had the 20-year anniversary, or maybe it was the 25-year anniversary of when Magic Johnson acknowledged to the world that he had HIV and that he was retiring from basketball. Did you ever think in your lifetime in 2015 that Magic Johnson would still be on this earth? Praise God! No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Because they had us so damn scared.
Oh, my
back
gosh.
then.
Oh, my gosh.
About some HIV.
Man, let me tell you something. And not that we shouldn't still be scared of HIV, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. But, man, I thought back then, and the mentality back then was that he'll be around maybe a couple of weeks. He'll be around maybe a couple of weeks, and he'll be happy to be around a couple of months. This ninja is still around in 2015. Once again, I've said it several times a day. Praise God. Praise his holy name. Now, Tree, you contend Magic never had AIDS.
Wait, I am laughing so hard because, yes, when you said a few weeks. So I remember when I was in my apartment. I had just graduated from high school.
Right.
And I was standing up in the living room and they said he had AIDS. And exactly what you just said went through my head damn, he is going to die in 3 weeks.
Yeah, right.
Because,
I mean, it's a wrap. It's a RAP. Yeah, that's the mentality, and that's how we felt about AIDS back during that time. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So hell no, I don't think he has AIDS.
You don't think he ever had AIDS?
Because here's the number one reason why. Because as I stood in my living room in 1991, I also thought, damn, his wife is going to leave him.
Right. And they'll have us believe, and I've seen interviews before, and I think he kind of alluded to the fact that him and Cookie were having protected sex.
Bullshiggity.
I don't know how you're going to continue to have protected sex for 25 years straight. At some point or other, that rubber going to slip off.
She is riding raw like nobody's business.
And let's be real about this. And this is the realest, trillest show in America. Let's be real about this. I mean, using rubbers just ain't fun. It's just not fun. I'm not saying don't use your rubbers out there, people that are out there.
Oh, my God.
I'm not saying don't do it, but it's not the same. It's not the same thing. It's just not. And so I don't believe that 25 years, Cookie ain't rolled that man raw at least one time in 25 years. So they're still around. Cookie's still in good health. And once again, praise God, Magic is 56 years old today. All right, we up against a break here. When we get back, we're going to finish the birthdays, and I'm going to jump into your chat, all right, on the Doug Stewart Show. And also, I want to talk about the Washington Redskins and Cleveland Browns game from last night. It's just preseason, but, man, I am really, really hoping and praying that Johnny Manziel can turn into a player. We'll talk about that when we get back, all right? A little bit later, we're going to talk to Spencer Tillman, CBS college football analyst. Don't go away for that. And all day long, we're talking NWA as the movie comes out tonight. I'm going to give you some interesting little tidbits about the city of Compton, all right? Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, If you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there.
Is it hard for you to read? I feel so sad for you on the days when I'm not there and you have to read K3000's manifesto.
Say it again now.
Are you mute?
Yeah.
I said, I feel so sorry for you.
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Let's face it, the metro Atlanta area is a great place to live, but like most major cities, it has a huge crime problem. Doug Stewart here to tell you about the team of security experts at Strickland Security and Safety Solutions. Strickland Security is an Atlanta-based security company, and whether you need an alarm system installed in your home or business or your current alarm system needs to be repaired, Strickland Security is the solution. Do you need to install or repair an existing camera system in your home or business? Again, Strickland Security is the solution. The management team at Strickland Security has a combined 55 years in the business of protecting people and property. They have certified and licensed technicians that can service all of your security needs. So, if you have crime issues or concerns in your neighborhood, you need to call the experts at Strickland Security. Invite these guys to your next neighborhood watch or homeowners association meeting and let them tell you about all of their security services. One more thing. Go to their website to see their new mobile solutions. They developed a smartphone app specifically for neighborhood crime and safety notifications. For more information, go to their website at stricklandsecurity.com or give them a call at 800-422-9075 and tell them that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, broadcast live to you and yours. It's Mr. X to the Z exhibit.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. And this is a fantastic, funky, freaky football Friday. Okay, so I think our microphone was not muted in the last segment. and we were talking a little bit about some business or whatever, about the chat. Some people do write long chats. Some people do write long chat posts. They know who they are. We love you. Yes, Tree?
First of all, I'm not going to keep being bullied by mother flippers in this chat. Okay?
Mother flippers?
I'm over here working,
And
okay? I said I feel bad on the days when I can't be here to help because K3000 writes in-depth manifesto-style chat. It's not a flaw.
Hey.
It's not something to be ashamed of.
Right.
It's a freaking fact.
Right, exactly.
That's it. It ain't even about, I mean, come on. How come y'all can joke with each other,
Tree.
but when Tree says something,
Tree, it's okay. Tree, it's okay. Listen to this.
don't come for me.
Tree, listen. Calm down. Listen. Can I use mother flubber from now on?
Mother flipping.
Mother what?
Mother flipping.
Can I use mother flipping from now on?
Please do.
You mother flipping Mickey Ficky. Can I use that? Can I
Yep.
use mother flipping?
All of that.
Oh, yes. Yes!
I'm up here trying. I'm putting the ninja's chat in to send to you so you can read it because obviously his comments matter.
Right.
But no.
It's okay. They're okay, Tree. They love you. Compton is one of the oldest cities in the country, and on May 11th, 1888, was the eighth city to incorporate. The eighth city in the country to incorporate? I guess they started incorporating during that time. Originally named Gibsonville after one of the tract owners, it was later called Comptonville. However, to avoid confusion with the Comptonville located in Yuba County, the name was shortened to Compton. Yes, sir! I'm coming straight out of. I cannot wait to see this movie tonight. Now, once again, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Once again, just like I told y'all before I went to see Fantastic Four, if I go see the movie tonight and it sucks, I will tell you on Monday. I will. I'm going to keep it real. I'm an equal opportunity, keep it real show host, okay? So even though I'm biased and I'm a fan of NWA and the story of NWA and the music and this, that, and the other, I mean, it's tremendous. It's a tremendous thing, a tremendous story. But if the movie sucks, I will come in here and tell you. I will keep it real. You know, I don't give a damn what anybody else says. I'm a movie guy. I call myself a movie buff. And so I don't listen to these quote-unquote music or movie, what do they call them? What do they call the people that look and judge movies? Movie critics. I don't care what these movie critics say. It's a certain type of movie that I like. It's a certain type that they like. They like the real artsy type movies, and I don't. I like the real, real story type, biopic type things, I like, real life stories. I like hood movies a lot of times too. So I might come in here and tell you that it's fantastic, and maybe they're going to kill it, but I don't care. I'm going to give you my honest opinion. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com.
Did you finish the birthdays?
Oh, thank you, Tree. Thank you. Let's finish the birthdays. We talked about Magic Johnson being 56 years old in the last segment. Happy birthday to Magic. Praise God he's still here. That's a miracle. The great Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow turns 28 years old today. And happy birthday to Tim Tebow. And if you're a longtime listener to the Two Live Stews and to the Doug Stewart Show, you know I'm not a fan of Tim Tebow. It's not that I'm not a fan of him. I just keep it real about him where everybody else in this industry keeps it for fake. You know what I'm saying? Tim Tebow can't play, or he hadn't been able to play to this point. Hadn't played football in a couple of years, been working on some things, allegedly worked on his delivery of the football, and the Eagles called him up, and he's trying to make the squad. Maybe he's a totally different quarterback than the one that I saw a couple of years ago that couldn't hit the backside of a barn. And everybody was kissing his ass in media. That's probably another reason why the Stew's not at the Four Letter Network and got a job on radio, on terrestrial radio, because we just kept it too real on things. Tim Tebow could not play. That's good that he loved the Lord. I love the Lord too, and that he praised his holy name all over the place. That's fine. I had never had a problem with that. The problem I had with Tim Tebow is he was given opportunities that a lot of other people, in particular a lot of other brothers, weren't given. And people acted like he could play when he really couldn't. So that was my only problem with Tim Tebow, man. Good luck to the young man. I hope he makes it in Philadelphia. Steve Martin, the jerk, turned 70 years old today. Happy birthday to him. Y'all remember that dance to Steve Martin? There's a brand new dance called the Steve Martin, who was at EPMD. So Steve Martin turned 70 years old today. Halle Berry, her crazy ass, turns 49 today. And don't let anybody fool you. I've heard from some very reliable sources that Halle Berry is crazy as bat doo-doo. And if I took the liberty to cuss on this show, which I can, because hell, we're online, we're on the internet, we're on the interweb. I would say the other word, the S word. Halle Berry's crazy as bat-ish, and I've heard that from very reliable sources. And you can kind of guess who it is if you're an old school Two Live Stews listener. Marseille Martin, the little girl that plays on Blackish, she turns 11 today. Happy birthday to her. She's a good actor. I like her. I like her character on Blackish. She's very good on there. And so she turns 11 today. And Jackie Harry, a.k.a. Sandra. That's what was her catchphrase. Sandra.
That was horrible.
Now, as far as big girls that can get it, she could get it back in the day. But have you seen her lately, Tree? Have you seen Jackie Harry?
Yeah, a little pasty.
Yeah, age hadn't done her well at all. She turns 49 today. She's only 49? Why did I think I have her pegged at like 50? She's only 3 years older than me, not 50, 55 or 60. She hadn't aged well at all. But happy birthday to Jackie Harry, man. Happy birthday to all of them. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstreetshow.com. What are your thoughts? I'm going to jump into your chat here in a second. What are your thoughts on the Geno Smith, IK Impali story? He has a new job with the Buffalo Bills. Rex Ryan drafted him last year for the Jets, and so he knows him. He knows his character, knows what he can do in the field. There's a chance that he might not even make the team, but Rex Ryan feels enough about him, good enough about him to sign him to the team, and so now he is a Buffalo Bill. I mean, I'm happy for the man that he got another job, because a lot of times in these scenarios, you're blackballed. You have such a bad stain on your name that you can't get another job. And trust me, if this was any other quarterback, that's held in higher regard, more so than Geno Smith, he may not have gotten a job, but this worked out for him. Geno's got to drink milkshakes for the next, foreseeable future, which is bad. But actually, at the end of the day, it kind of worked out for both guys. Now the man still ain't got his $600 back. I wonder if Geno gonna be like, man, I'm not giving you nothing. I mean, Geno's probably gonna send him like an email, a text message, something like, man, you would never see that $600 now. I'm drinking a prime rib through a straw. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. Last night, a bunch of preseason action in the NFL, and none of it really is for us to really talk about because it is preseason. A lot of the starters didn't play. But one game in particular, man, the Cleveland Browns took on the Washington Redskins. They went down. Here's the interesting thing about it, man. If you watched it, if you saw some of the highlights, you saw that Johnny Manziel actually scored a rushing touchdown. At one point, his percentage, his completion percentage was pretty good. I'm looking at it right now. It didn't actually end up like that. He went 7 for 11 for only 42 yards, so I guess it was a bunch of dink and dunk stuff. But he showed some flashes, and we're hearing some talk from training camp that Johnny Manziel is looking a lot better this year as a quarterback in the NFL. So we'll see. If you remember, I'm on record. I thought that Johnny Manziel was going to be a good player in the NFL. I thought that he could be like Doug Flutie 2.0. That didn't look like the case last year. We'll see what happens. He went to a rehab for a long, long time over the summer. Hopefully that helped clean his mind out a little bit as well and get his game together. So we'll see what happens, man. I think that if he shows any any traces of being a solid quarterback, they're going to have to go ahead and start him at some point because of what they have invested in him and the pick that they chose him in the draft. And so we'll see what happens with Johnny Manziel. All right, when we get back from the break, all I'm going to do is read chat. I promise you, all I'm going to do is read chat. All right, coming back. Don't forget that. I'm going to read a bunch of your chat. All right, so sports talk, guy talk with hot sauce. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Stay right there. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's Stu for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
The Doug Stewart Show.
The place where the real players play.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
The Doug Stewart Show.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
The Doug Stewart Show.
If you ain't stewing, what the hell are you doing? Yeah! What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers in compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So, don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam.
Yeah. Let's take them back. Coming up, I was confused. My mama kissing a girl. Confusion occurs coming up in the cold world.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. And this is a fantastic, funky, freaky football Friday. All right, so y'all hear the music in the background. We're playing some West Coast music. And now this is 50 Cent, but the game is about to come in a second. So today we're playing all of this music from artists from the West Coast, who all of which have said that NWA was a huge influence in their careers, and not just on their careers, but the music industry in general. So that's what it is. All right, welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. A cat that I don't think get enough press. Whenever we start talking about, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, a cat that doesn't get enough press whenever we start talking about the greatest rappers and the best rappers, what have you, or whatever. I think we really sleep on that dude the game. If you ever heard this, he's had, I can't remember the name of the song or the track, but he did, maybe it's 100 bars or 5,000 bars or whatever, where he just like rapped continuously. And I don't know if it was some type of editing. It didn't sound like it. He just rapped continuously for like 10, 15 minutes straight. And his skills, man, and his lyrics, I mean, everything is good with that dude, man. So I don't think we give the game enough press, enough credit for being one of the best rappers in the game. All right, 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. Let me read some of your chat. We talked a little bit about the latest on Geno and IK. We also talked a little bit briefly about Johnny Manziel and the Cleveland Browns and what do we expect from him this year. So what I'm going to do now is read a lot of your chat. That's what I do on the show. If you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, we read a lot of chat. And so when you post something in the chat room, then, we read it and kind of once again spurs conversation. From my man Togo, Uganda, Doug, you should sing before the lights turn off. Before the lights turn off. The World Class Wrecking Crew?
Before you turn off the light. That one.
Let's get one thing understood. If you're gonna make love to me, you have to do it good. 'Cause I'm a hell of a fella. And to me, I need a hell of a gal. So won't you turn off the lights? Yeah, there you go. All right, so I'll give you a little something, man. Thank you, Togo, Uganda. Oh, I didn't mention that. I got to keep remembering that we got new listeners on the show all the time. I got to keep remembering that new people tune into the show every single day. So if you're a new listener to the Doug Stewart Show, and Togo Uganda asked me to sing something, we're going to give the Ball Peanuts Award later. So I'm reading this chat, and he, and all the things that we talked about that we were going to do today and have fun in these short 2 hours. I neglected to mention that I also sing on the Doug Stewart Show. Not only do I sing, I sing like an angel. And so every once in a while, I'll sing for the listeners. And, I just gave you a little example just now. I didn't go full length on your ass, but maybe I will. I probably won't do it today. I got to be honest with you. I probably won't do it today because we're playing this West Coast NWA theme stuff on the show today. So maybe on Monday I'll sing a little something for y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. From Max Jones III, I'm from Pasadena, and attended Cal State Long Beach. We would kick it in Compton all the time. You just have to know how to move around the city. It was some fine asses around the way girls from CPT. From Cleota 72, what's up with this clean version? We grown in here. Yeah, we are, but I kind of I don't want to get too crazy with the cussing and stuff. Maybe at some point, maybe the evolution of the Doug Stewart Show, we'll start playing a lot more of the raunchy stuff or whatever on the commercials, the breaks or whatever, but nah. I'm not going that route. From Eugene Jackson, Rex Ryan is a gangster picking up IK after he deboed Geno Smith. Guess Rex Ryan wanted to hit Geno himself. Yeah, maybe that's exactly what's being said here. And Rex Ryan always used this term, and it's an old school term, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, that he wants to create a bully. And what better way to create a bully with that defense there in Buffalo, who already had a good defense, in bringing over a quote-unquote bully. Yeah. From Andre Elam, I would have signed him too. It's football. If he's knocking a ninja out with 600 bones, what do you think he's going to do now for $500K? And that's perfectly said. And that's one thing, and it's not a secret. And maybe the Falcons don't like me because of it, but that's fine. And I got to give honest opinions around here. That's one thing I've always disliked about the Atlanta Falcons ever since Arthur Blanks owned the team. Is this whole concept and this whole moniker or this theme of we're going to have a bunch of choir boys. And they haven't said it in those words, but that's where it comes across, that they want all of these good guys and they don't want, these bad guys and then quote-unquote bad guys. They want guys that they could go home and introduce them to their daughter to. And that's fine. We all want good people. But sometimes, man, you got to have some real stone killers on your team, especially your defense. Not literally, but figuratively. And this nice guy stuff, man, I don't like that, man. This is football. And cats that play defense in particular and linebacker and defensive line, they don't come from nice backgrounds a lot of times. So you're going to disqualify them dudes? I never liked that before, man. That's one thing. I'm not a Rex Ryan fan, but I like the fact that he likes physical type defenses. He likes cats that will go in there and strangle you to death as opposed to just cats that are going to be good at a press conference. I really do respect that, man. From Eddie Mo 2.0, Rex probably was like, I've been waiting to punch him in the jaw every time he threw an interception. I wanted to do that. From Scotty, good move by Rex. Picked him up before Belichick did. Yeah, I can see Belichick doing that type of thing too. And as great and pristine as a reputation as Bill Belichick has for being this great coach, Bill Belichick has always brought in questionable characters. Corey Dillon, Randy Moss, just to name a few. He's brought in a lot of real killers. A lot of cats with real attitude, speaking of NWA, and I respect that, man. I just think you have to have a good mesh. Yeah, you got to have good guys. You want everybody to be a good guy, but you need cats that really, really are trying to win, and they'll do whatever they have to win. That's the type of dude you need on your team, man. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. We're up against we aren't up against a break. We can read a couple more messages from Bussa. And I got your name right, brother. I got your name right. It's Bussa. I think you told us yesterday in the chat that it's not Boosa. I had been saying Boosa for a while. It's not Boosa. It's Bussa. Like I'm a bust a cap in your ass. I get it. He says Rex loved it. He hated Geno. It was all in his master plan. Come on now, Bussa. So you're saying that Rex at some point told IK over the summer, listen, man, I'm going to need you to hit this dude. And then when they cut you, then I'm going to draft you? Conspiracy ninja you. Come on. From Stagger Lee, he says, Easy E or Magic. I'm taking Magic. Y'all wrong for that. Speaking of NWA, God bless the great Easy E. I got another cut that I'll play from you from an interview talking about NWA, so stay tuned for that. From Scotty, he says Magic Johnson equals Straight Outta Condoms. Now, I don't even know if we should have hit the drum roll, the rim shot just now. I mean, because really that's not funny. Juan Cruz, I've come around to Doug sing Magic Happy Birthday. Wow!
Now,
wow.
I am in shock.
Wow.
Because Juan Cruz was really, Scotty, if he's still talking to me.
Wow.
Scotty is probably my last hope now. But Juan Cruz, what happened?
Well, what happened? All right, and for new listeners that don't understand the backstory on what Tree's talking about, Tree is somehow not a fan of my singing. I don't know how that could be, because clearly, what I do well is I talk sports, fish swim, birds fly, and I sing. And the Stewies absolutely love it. They absolutely love it, but for some reason, Tree has an issue with it, but that's fine. And Juan Cruz was one of those people that were kind of on board with Tree, and now he's come around and he's asking me to sing Happy Birthday. Man, Juan Cruz, thank you, brother. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yes, sir. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Yes, sir. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Yes, sir. There you have it, man. There you have it, Juan Cruz. You're welcome, brother. You are welcome. That goes out to Magic, Steve Martin, whoever else's birthday it was today. I can't remember. Hey, Tree, you have a big smile on your face, Tree. Tree, well, you have a big smile on your face. Even you are starting to come around, I can assume, Tree? Is that what's going on here? Huh?
You shouldn't lie.
Huh?
I told you to wear your glasses. Maybe you can't see through the glass.
Tree.
Start wearing your glasses.
Tisk, Tree. All right. Damn it, it's hour number 2 already of the Doug Stewart Show. All right, this is how we do it around here, for real. This is how we do it around here, man. Not only do we have fun, but I sing, I educate, I implore you to go get your prostate checked out. We do it all on this show. I mean, what other show in the world in 1 hour is going to tell you to go and see your doctor, is going to talk birthdays about Magic still being here after 25 years, NWA talk, sports talk, and singing a rendition of Happy Birthday. I mean, nobody else is going to do that on radio.
Unfiltered, behind-the-scenes sports talk.
Unfiltered, behind-the-scenes sports talk as well, shorty. Yes, sir. Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show coming up. Don't go away. Keep it locked. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right. I said billions with a B, okay? A B. Well, just do it and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one console, a Facebook shopping application, a mobilized, optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on their banner link on thedougstewartshow.com or the app link for more details. First of all, thank you for listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on The Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's Stu for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. Hour number 2, baby. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. And it is a fantastic, freaky, funny Football Friday. Shouts out to all of the Stewies, everybody in the chat room. I really do appreciate it. Yes, sir. NWA. The NWA biopic comes out tonight in theaters. Are you going to go see it? All day long today. I guess we're still kind of paying homage to NWA and its legacy in Compton. This Tuesday, on a Tribute Tuesday, we played all NWA stuff. Today, I'm kind of playing West Coast rap artists that were inspired by NWA, having a little fun with that, and also giving you some NWA facts. A little bit later in today's show, we're going to dole out the Boyle Penis Award. Do we have the nominees yet? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, we have the nominees yet? We have the nominees. I'll tell you about those in a second. We'll give the Boyle Penis Award out a little bit later. In about 12 minutes, we're scheduled to talk to Spencer Tillman, college football analyst, one-time NFL player, played college football for the Oklahoma Sooners under Barry Switzer. So stay tuned for that as well. This segment is brought to you by Traffic Authority, the Traffic Authority pre-launch. So you might be saying to yourself, what makes the Traffic Authority pre-launch so special? The billion-dollar Google and Facebook business model, premium traffic tools, and training for online businesses. Solid company that's paid out over $1 million already. High converting pre-launch sales, funnel, and resources make money from the same customers over and over. Earn up to $1,000, $2,000, and $4,000 commissions. Win over $20,000 in prizes from our launch contest. It's free to join. All right, so grab a pencil. I'm going to give you the web address that you need to go to get more information about the Traffic Authority pre-launch. All right, you ready? So that's www.trafficauthority.net/TEDSTER71. Once again, that's the Traffic Authority or trafficauthority.net/Tedster, that's TEDSTER71, and make sure and tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. All right, so not a lot going on in the world of sports. Talked a little bit about the latest on Geno and IK. Talked a little bit about Johnny Manziel and what he did last night in preseason football. Nothing really big. James Harden has inked that deal with Adidas for $200 million. Praise God again. James Harden just signed a deal with Adidas, making $200 million. Nike had the ability to match the offer, and they, in effect, called James Harden as representatives and like, man, we're going to pass, player. We're going to pass. I mean, we love you, but we just can't, see paying $200 million to a bootleg Teddy Pendergrass wannabe. I mean, we just can't do that. I mean, we love you, James. We love your talent. I mean, hell, you were the runner-up of the MVP last year, but we kind of got a lot of money invested in a dude named Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and a bunch of other players, man. We can't tie up no $200 million in you, brother. And so go ahead. God bless you. Good luck. And he did it. James Harden signed a $200 million deal to wear Adidas apparel, and, man, ball award to him. Wow. I mean, truth be told, at the end of this thing, Nike may regret this because James Harden, once again, was the runner-up for the MVP last year in the NBA. Actually, the players voted him their MVP over Steph Curry. He can ball. He's young. Came out of college very early from Arizona State, so he's very young right now. Let me see if I can see quickly how old he is. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I'm going to guess that he's probably maybe 26, maybe 25, 26 years old. So, I mean, the upside is tremendous. They've got a solid squad around him. They do. I mean, if Dwight Howard can ever get his head out of his ass, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, they could vie for titles. So it might come back to haunt Nike, but congratulations and ball award on a Friday, man, to James Harden. $200 million. It's actually a 13-year deal. And I talked about it a couple of weeks ago, how I remember when Magic Johnson, speaking of Magic Johnson again, when Magic Johnson got that 25-year, $25 million contract from the Lakers, we thought that was crazy. That was unbelievable, but in relative terms, that was no money based on the money that these cats are making today. But so maybe he might outgrow his contract in a couple of years. Maybe the economy and inflation are going to state that this is actually a good deal for Adidas and turns out to be a bad deal for James Harden. We'll see. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. Talking about Compton all day long today as well. Douglas Dollarhide made history in Compton in 1969 when he became California's first African-American mayor of a metropolitan city. That was back in 1969. California, especially kind of like the birthplace of the Black Panthers, has always been very progressive and always black power-oriented type. And you hear about, Tupac Shakur's mama, Afeni, was in the midst of all of that in the late 60s. And so, yeah, that kind of makes sense when you think about it. By the early 1970s, the city, and I'm talking about Compton here, had one of the largest concentrations of African Americans in the country with over 90%. And I also read something else talking about Compton that in 1930, there was only one black person that lived in the city of Compton back in 1930, And oh my, how times have changed. And actually to the point where that's the numbers that it used to be in Compton. But now, in all of this research we did and talking about Compton, the movie comes out tonight, figures show that actually there's a higher percentage of Latino people that live in Compton, more so even than black people, in 2015. All right, 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. Let me read more of this chat. Before I read the chat.
How about them nominees?
Yeah, before I jump back into the chat, let me read some of the nominees or let you know the nominees for the Boiled Penis Award, and we'll give that out probably in about 20 minutes, so stay tuned for that. Geno Smith has been nominated. I mean, is it right that we nominate Geno for getting his jaw broken?
He's nominated because he owed that man money. Absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Geno Smith is nominated. And I guess Tree has here written because his jaw got broke, but actually it's because he owed a man $600 and he clearly had the money, and he was playing the guy to the left, and the guy had to do what he had to do supposedly. The first African Baptist of Bainbridge, Georgia, for broke ass doctrine. What happened with that? I'm sorry, I don't know the story, Tree.
Okay, so a 92-year-old woman.
Oh, yeah, the tithe thing. Yeah, I heard the story. Yeah. If you haven't heard.
That's wrong.
They kicked her out of the church because she didn't pay her tithes. Is that the way the story goes?
They sent her a letter.
A 92-year-old lady.
They have the letter, so there it is right there.
So there's proof that this actually occurred.
Exactly.
Oh, my gosh. Can we just go ahead and give him the Buster of the Week award right now, the Boiled Penis Award right now?
I mean, that's why people they ain't trying to be down with Christians.
Brady.
Because they clowning.
Brady and his lawyers, broke-ass character, you know what you did. So Tom Brady and his lawyers still fighting this whole Deflategate stuff. They're nominated too. So you got Geno Smith, the first African Baptist of Bainbridge, first African Baptist Church of Bainbridge, Georgia, and Tom Brady and his lawyers are nominated for your Boiled Penis Award. My gosh. I mean, the lady 92, can you just let her live out the rest of her years in the church, in the house of the Lord? I mean, do we even need to have the voting? I mean, because I kind of feel some type of way of giving a man a Boiled Penis Award that got his jaw broke. Now, he did probably bring it upon himself. But it's something.
He can't even eat peanuts anymore.
Right, he can't even eat the damn peanuts. He can't even eat the damn boiled peanuts himself, man.
Thank you. Oh, my God.
Let me read. What? The Boiled Penis Award. And if you're new to the show, once again, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, if you're new to the show, ask somebody in the chat room on Spreaker.com the history of the Boiled Penis Award. They'll tell you. Okay, they'll tell you. From Encyclopedia Brown, how the hell is Magic still breathing? That doesn't sound good the way you put that, Encyclopedia Brown. Come on, man. From K3000, Doug, you know this is that bull, the same old horse and pony show that is Rex, the Rex Show. He's just trying to get the cameras pointed his way so he can talk all that dumb-ish. It happens every year. Well, that's the reason why I'm not a Rex Ryan fan, because Rex Ryan is a clown, in my opinion. You know? So I hear what you're saying. And yeah, but it is kind of interesting. It is kind of interesting. I like the fact that if this guy can really play, if he's really a quote-unquote, literally and figuratively a bully, I want bullies on my team. I want bullies, and it's strange to talk about bullies and wanting a bully in your team with the whole Richie Incognito thing, which another guy that Rex brought on the squad as well. That's not a coincidence. The Richie Incognito and Jonathan Martin story. I mean, it's 2015, and you got to be politically correct and all of that crap, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, but you really, in effect, you need bullies on your team. I mean, you think Ray Lewis wasn't a bully? Huh? You think some of the greatest players, Lawrence Taylor, wasn't a bully? Would you rather not have Lawrence Taylor in your team just so you can have that spot for a guy that's more clean cut? Get the F out of here. Get out of here. You need some bullies. This ain't tiddlywinks. This ain't horseshoes. This is football, Jack. And you need some bullies on your team, man. You most certainly do. 9-0 the Rhino. If the story went down as reported, I understand, in breaking Geno's jaw. Still a dumb move of IK's part, though. Yeah, definitely a dumb thing. And I told a story yesterday about how a cat owes me money. And the only reason I haven't stepped to them in these streets is because this happened during the time. And when I gave him the money and he didn't pay me back in a timely manner, $500. $500 still $500 to me. But the only reason I didn't step to him is because the repercussions would have been bad. It probably would have put a stain on my company, on my job. They would have put me in the newspaper or something like that, scandalized my name. So I let it go. The smart thing for IK to do probably was not to hit dude in the jaw. But he ain't me. IK is not Doug Stewart. He couldn't think through that whole scenario in proper terms. But it is what it is. He wanted his money and he felt some type of way, so he hit dude. I totally understand. I'm like Chris Rock. I'm not saying you should have hit the dude in the mouth, but I understand. All right, don't go away. Up next on the Doug Stewart Show, we're going to talk to my man Spencer Tillman. Keep it locked. In life, things happen, good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and number one independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes!
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
I'd been talking about red rice, frogmore stew. Another one on the list, on number 13 on this list, is peanuts taste better boiled. Yes. And as God is my witness, my wife did not know people boiled peanuts and ate them. She did not. My wife's from Ohio. And yes, boiled peanuts, if cooked right, are the bomb.
Sports talk. Straight, no chaser.
All right, so I got to clear something up. and I don't even know why anybody's mind would even work like this, but evidently it's becoming a topic of conversation. In the last segment, I was talking about boiled peanuts, okay, that come from out of the ground, not boiled peanuts. And so, evidently there's some talk in the chat room about Doug talking about boiled man parts. No, peanuts. I'm trying to say it as slow as I can. Peanuts, okay? What is it? P-E-A-N-U-T-S? Peanuts. No, man! Not boiled peanuts? Come on, man! And I see Vern in here. Damn you, Vern! Ugh. Y'all know what the hell I was saying. This is the Doug Stewart Show. What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers in compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So, don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam.
Some people call him the godfather of gangster rap. Please welcome Compton's own Eazy-E.
I had no idea that you make money off product from Dr. Dre and Snoop. Now, how did that work out?
Basically, I had Dre signed as exclusive producer and exclusive artist.
Mm-hmm.
So when Dre tried to make his deal over at Interscope, you know, I was included for the next 6 years. So you can say all you want to say. Basically, you could diss me all you want, but I'm going to get paid. Because that's why I say Dre Day is only Easy's payday. And that's real.
Why don't y'all just make up?
He already made up. You ain't never seen him with the lipstick and
Oh,
lace?
no, I mean, get back together. When I first met y'all, you were a group and everything,
Yeah,
and
it was cool.
and we need so much to try to get to unity among brothers, you know, because there's so much out there that's against us all, you know. Is there a chance that one of you could call each other and just squash all this?
Basically, if I got dissed by, over a couple of million people heard about me trying to be hardcore, I don't think I want to make up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but you understand.
Business is business, you know. I'd do a record with him.
I'm serious, nigga. What y'all think about this? Hey, baby, get the bubble in this motherfucker.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. You just heard a clip from the immortal, the great Eazy-E. In an interview with Big Boy TV. Was that Big Boy TV or was that Arsenio? That was Big Boy TV.
No, it was Arsenio.
Yeah, so you just heard a clip from an interview with Eazy-E before his tragic passing, and with Big Boy TV. And it's crazy to me how, when you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, it's crazy to me, and we're talking about, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the NWA movie coming out tonight, Straight Outta Compton, and playing some clips and reminiscing, talking the legacy of NWA, all that type of stuff. That's what we do on the Doug Stewart Show. First of all, thank you for joining me on the Doug Stewart Show. And there's another clip that we have after the fact, after Eazy-E died, where Dre is saying him and Eazy were cool or whatever. And everything was squashed, and that's his boy. And, you know, Dre actually wrote a couple of songs where he talked about how, you know, him and Eazy are cool. And I remember one specific line where Dre says, you know, I miss you, Eazy. It might have been with one of those Eminem songs. It's crazy to me how brothers always try to rewrite history after somebody's died. And not that I have a problem with either one of these guys, Eazy-E, God bless the dead, or Dr. Dre. Big fan of Dr. Dre. I'm a fan of hustlers. I'm a fan of cats that make it happen one way or the other. But it's always crazy to me how after somebody's died, they try to rewrite history about the relationship that they had with said dead person. That happens so much still to this day with Tupac. And if you remember, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, if you remember before Tupac died, Tupac dissed like 157 11 cats on wax before he died. You know, it's documented that he had beef with Nas, he had beef with Jay-Z, he had beef with Biggie, he had beef with everybody. But then after he died, then, you know, everybody, oh man, me and Pac were cool, and they reminisce with these rose-colored glasses on. No, Tupac said y'all weren't cool. I remember when Tupac said y'all weren't cool. And then after the fact, me and Pac were boys. You know, oh, that wasn't what you thought it was. No, it was. He said it. Tupac said he hated you and he wanted to shoot you in your face. He said that on wax. Now, should he have said that? No. And I hate the whole East Coast, West Coast thing. But no, Tupac didn't like y'all. He did not like y'all. And it's kind of like the same thing now with Dr. Dre and Eazy-E. Dr. Dre, let him tell it, him and Eazy were cool, and maybe they did, you know, mend their relationship on Eazy-E's deathbed. I don't think we will ever know. But you heard from that clip, Eazy didn't care about none of that. Eazy was about his money. I had you under contract. I don't care. It is what it is. Just pay me my money. That's fine. You can go do whatever the hell you want on Interscope and Death Row or whatever. But I need to get my money. You know, I'm IK Incompali out this bitch. I need my money. And it's as simple as that. Very interesting stuff, man. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. This segment is brought to you by Strickland Security. That's right. Do you live in the metro Atlanta area? If you do, you know that Atlanta is kind of, we're not like Compton, but it's kind of hardcore in Atlanta, man. It's a great place to live, but it's kind of rough in some places around here, man. You should check out my friends at Strickland Security. Strickland Security is an Atlanta-based security company, and whether you need an alarm system installed or in your home or business, or your current alarm system needs to be repaired, Strickland Security is the solution. Strickland Security has a combined 55 years in the business. So, if you have crime issues or concerns in your neighborhood, you need to call the experts at Strickland Security. Invite these guys out to your next neighborhood watch or homeowners association meeting and let them tell you about all their security services. All right, and one more thing. Go to their website to see their new mobile solutions. They've developed the smartphone app specifically for neighborhood crime and safety notifications. That's StricklandSecurity.com. Y'all write it down now. We need you to patronize some of our sponsors and make sure if you ever had a need for a security system, call my friends at Strickland Security. That's StricklandSecurity.com. Once again, StricklandSecurity.com, or give them a call at 800-422-9075 and make sure and tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. All right, before I jump back into the chat, LeBron James continued to give back to the city that raised him on Thursday when he announced that he partnered with the University of Akron to provide a guaranteed 4-year scholarship for any child that completes his I Promise program. My gosh. Right now, that's worth $38,000. So evidently, it's not like a 4-year institution or whatever. It's not like the University of or Ohio State University, because I'm pretty sure that's probably about $100,000 or over. But it's something. And LeBron has this I Promise program for kids where it, teaches them values and, helps them as young people. It's like a mentoring type group. And if you graduate, if you progress through his I Promise program, he's going to pay for you to go to college at the University of Akron right there in his hometown of Akron, Ohio. Ball award to LeBron James, man. Even when I was, quote, unquote, a LeBron hater, never questioned the dude's character and what he does in the community and his outspokenness and social issues, man. So ball award to that young brother, man. That's just beautiful. That is just beautiful. 404-382-0338. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Are we set to talk to Spencer Tillman in the next segment? Okay, we are. We're going to talk to Spencer Tillman, college football analyst for CBS. College football great, I guess a lot of people would call him as well. We'll get his thoughts on his new book coming out as well as talk some college football. But let me read more of your chat here, man, from from Encyclopedia Brown. How the hell is Magic still breathing? I think I read that. From 90 the Rhino. If the story went down as reported, I understand in breaking Geno's jaw, still dumb. I think I read that one as well. Let's see. From Andre Elam, or Easy got the around the way AIDS and Magic got the uptown AIDS. Laugh out loud. What is the around the way AIDS? The around the way AIDS sounds much worse than the uptown AIDS.
I mean, he's saying that because Easy's not here, Magic is. I don't know. Not only he's got a point.
Not only is Easy not here, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Remember earlier we were talking about how we felt about AIDS during that time and HIV. That when you contracted HIV, you were going to die like in the next couple of days. That's literally how I remember it happened with Eazy-E. Like, Eazy-E, it was announced Eazy-E had HIV, and like 2 or 3 days later, he was gone. I mean, it hit him so hard, man. And maybe, did Eazy die, and tell me, Tree, when you get a second, did Eazy die before Magic or after Magic announced that he had HIV?
He was after.
He was after. So
surely technology should have...
Right.
I mean, and it wasn't, I think it was like a year after. I'll find out for sure.
Right.
Because remember, Bone Thugs and Harmony had come out.
Right.
He was responsible for that.
Yeah. And it's,
it doesn't make any sense. He had money, too.
Yeah. He definitely had money.
Let's not get it twisted.
He definitely had money, man. So I'll tell you what, we get back, we'll talk to Spencer Tillman as well as we'll read more of your chat on the Doug Stewart Show. Thank you so much for joining me on the Doug Stewart Show. If you're new This is what we do every single day, man. The funnest, the realest, the treeless, the most unfiltered, literally and figuratively. Sports talk, guy talk show in America right here on the Doug Stewart Show, all right? Keep it locked. Don't go away. We'll be right back. And they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. And this is a fantastic, freaky, funny Football Friday. Thank you so much for joining your boy. I think we had a little audio problem for a second there. We apologize about that. But right now, joining me on the Doug Stewart Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network is Fox college football analyst Spencer Tillman. Spencer, how you doing today?
I don't mean to brag, but I'm doing all right for an old man. How you guys holding up?
Man, we are fantastic here on the show. Thank you for coming on to talk a little bit of college football. You've got a lot of big things going on, not just college football. But before we even get into that, let's talk about your new book that just came out, man. Talk a little bit about that. What you get into. The title of the book is Scoring in the Red Zone by Spencer Tillman. Talk a little bit about your new endeavor.
Well, it's a great book, and I say that simply because it's one that comes at a time when our nation, I think, needs it most. The notion of scoring in the red zone is a familiar one to football fans. But one of the things that I think we would be surprised to know is that the concept really didn't come from anything related to football as much as it did with the need to get people to understand that the context of their times had changed. I remember having a conversation with Bill Walsh on the wharf prior to his death some years ago, and I asked him where the concept came from. He says, well, really it was what he called a Pavlovian experiment. Some way he was trying to get players in practice to understand when we practiced our red zone approach, we had to have a different mindset because the context of the situation had changed. The field was going to be constricted. The defense would be more formidable down there. So he wanted a way to try to arrest the attention of his players. So when they blew the horn, you could literally see the countenance of people, players, getting off their helmets, because he always stacked the red zone period at the end. And if we did well, then practice would end. But if we didn't execute well in the red zone, it would extend indefinitely. So he came up with this kind of Pavlovian experiment to get our guys to respond. And I think I've taken that example and said, hey, look, you're in a red zone when the need to achieve an objective is immediate. The obstacles between you and those objectives are formidable. The options available to you are limited, and then time is running out. But we face those every single day. And so the red zone is not so much a place on the field as much as it is a set of circumstances that puts tremendous pressure on a team, an organization, an individual, whether it's in the context of a relationship or at work, wherever it is. You have those four things in play, and you need a specific strategy to execute while you're in those situations. So that's what we've done. We've got these 3 core concepts and 7 operating principles that really are guiding principles for life.
Talking to Spencer Tillman right now. The name of the book is Scoring in the Red Zone. Make sure you go out and check that out. We got you on a couple minutes ago, and you reminded me, and I apologize because I mentioned it earlier to the listeners, that you were with CBS still, but you aren't. You're actually with Fox after a long, long run with CBS as a college football analyst. You're turning to a new chapter in your life with Fox. Talk about that.
It's an incestuous business, isn't it? It just goes on and on. It's fun, though. We had a great run at CBS. I'm the longest tenured studio analyst in the league capacity in the network's history, and we're proud of that. Sean McManus was absolutely excellent with us there. Terry Ewert, who originally hired me, that whole team is just, I'm indebted to them forever. So we're excited about where we're headed now with the new opportunity at Fox to be reunited with Tim Brando, my longtime partner there at CBS. And it's very rare in this business that you get a full-time second act, but it's even more rare that you get a chance to do it with the guy who you spend so much work with at CBS. So we're back together, and I told him just the other day when I tweeted this out, it's like peaches and herb, baby. You reunited, and it feels so good. I mean, that's old school for some of you out there that don't understand who peaches and herb is.
Yeah, our demo of listeners are kind of like our ages, so they might remember. We're talking to Spencer Tillman right now, college football analyst with Fox on the Doug Stewart Show. All right, let's talk a little bit of college football. I want to reminisce with you a little bit about your playing days at Oklahoma, but let's talk a little bit right now about college football. Everybody in America that's in the know about college football is saying that Ohio State is just going to run away with this thing. They got everybody coming back, a lot of their prominent players, quarterbacks coming back, quarterback battles. Urban Meyer, obviously a fantastic coach. Talk about Ohio State. Do you think that it's their championship to lose this year, even with the playoff system?
I really do, and I think especially because of the playoff system, I think they are the team that kind of is on an island right now. I mean, I know that's no disrespect to Michigan and Jim Harbaugh and what he's going to introduce. He's got some work to do. Michigan State obviously is a legitimate contender as well. Of course, Mark D'Antonio has done a fantastic job with that program. But clearly what Urban Meyer has done is basically taken an SEC template and been able to recruit SEC elite speed and power up front defensively. You've got, great runners behind a quarterback, even though he was inexperienced, was their third option, came in and took them the rest of the way during the postseason, and they won a national championship with him. It does remind me, although he's not a freshman, it reminds me a lot back in the olden days when I was at Oklahoma, how Troy Aikman, people forget that Troy started his tenure out at Oklahoma as a quarterback, right. And we had Keith Jackson and other great players. The long and short of that was he broke his tibia against Miami. In came this little freshman named Jamel Holloway. We ran the table, won the national championship. So when you see that kind of excellence at quarterback play and to be able to retain all three of them, Braxton is obviously moving over to wide receiver, and that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But if it was a masterful job of managing a potentially volatile situation. And he just put that master's degree to work in psychology, did Urban Meyer, to produce excellent results. So they've got all the tools that you need. They've got speed. They've got to replace their offensive coordinator, but they'll be fine. They'll be absolutely fine. It's theirs to lose, man.
Hey, if there's going to be a team that vies or that you look to be in the Final Four teams in the playoff this year, obviously the rankings say TCU, Alabama, Baylor, and Oregon are going to be right there. Who are some teams that might vie or might give real opposition to Ohio State in the national championship type setting?
Well, look, you never can count Alabama out. I know that everybody is for the most part. You know, anytime you're replacing a quarterback, that's going to be an issue, and you don't have as much depth on the defensive side of the ball. But I hearken people back to 2012. You can do masterful things if you're coached extremely well. If you remember that Notre Dame team that got by about 3 or 4 games, about 3 points or less, those teams got there undefeated, but they got dismantled by that Alabama team. The point of that is you can have average players, you can have great coaching, and you can merge those two together to navigate a difficult schedule, or at least a less challenging schedule, to get to the national championship, especially in the old BCS era. In this era, it's going to be a lot more difficult. But if there is a program that can pull it off, I think Alabama can do it. It's obviously going to be tough getting out of the West, you know, particularly with Mississippi State returning the Heisman Trophy candidate in Dak Prescott. But I think they will be better. LSU still, to me, has got to get that quarterback situation satisfied in order for me to put them up there. Otherwise, I would say that they would be able to do it as well. But anytime you lose a John Chavis as a defensive coordinator, that's going to be a much, much more daunting task as well.
Right. Finishing up with Spencer Tillman right now on the Doug Stewart Show on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Before I let you go, got to go back to your career at Oklahoma. You kind of mentioned it earlier. You brought up a classic name in Jamel Holloway at quarterback position. When Frank Gifford died a couple of days ago, and I started to see his bio, I realized how great of a player he was. You're a little bit older than me, so I don't remember you. But looking at your bio, you were an All-American running back at Oklahoma, and you played under Barry Switzer. Talk about your time and your memories at Oklahoma, and more in particular, playing under Barry Switzer, who everybody knows is a wild and crazy guy.
Well, I'll be quick with it because I know you're up against it. But, you know, I can just tell you this about Barry Switzer. He had a capacity to touch exactly what you needed to be motivated. A quick story that probably represents that the best I can would be as a freshman, wide-eyed freshman, snot-nosed kids out of North Tulsa, Oklahoma, broke as the Ten Commandment, didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. And he understood what my core values. He knew that I was from a parent situation where my mom was a missionary and my parents were solid citizens and all that good stuff. He didn't appeal to me the same way he did a lot of other players. He stopped me with 80,000 people screaming there at Owen Field in the corridor there right before the Nebraska game and said, "Spence, I just want you to know I love you. I appreciate you." He had me babysit his kids, Doug, Kathy, and Greg all the time, so I would make these trips back and forth to Arkansas. But when he told me he loved me in that moment, and it's crazy, it touched something off in me that probably wouldn't have from a guy who was from the inner city, who came up from really tough upbringings and so forth. I went out, had 183 yards rushing. I'm a freshman now. Right. This is against Nebraska, number 1 rated defense. The long and short of it, I love Barry Switzer because he was all things to all men that he could win some to Oklahoma football. He was just that great of a coach.
Wow. And that's when the Red River Shootout was that. It was the biggest game back in college football. The name of his book is Scoring in the Red Zone. Spencer Tillman, is there a website people can keep up with you?
Yeah, absolutely. Leadership U, just the letter U, LeadershipUBookstore.com, LeadershipUBookstore.com, and it's available at bookstores everywhere, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and all that good stuff as well. But if you go to LeadershipUBookstore.com, we will personally autograph it for you, and we'll get it to you a lot sooner, and probably a little bit cheaper as well.
Wow, awesome. Spencer, thank you so much for your time, man. Good luck this year.
You bet. Take care, my brother. Be good.
There he is, Spencer Tillman right there on the Doug Stewart Show. Man, Oklahoma and Nebraska back in the late 80s, early 90s. Woo-hoo, Jamel Holloway. Yes, sir. That's some good stuff. All right, when we get back from the break, man, we'll do the Boiled Peanuts Award. We'll read some more chat if we got time, and we'll wrap this show up. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU.
The Doug Stewart Show.
The place where the real players play.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
The Doug Stewart Show.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
The Doug Stewart Show.
If you ain't stewing, what the hell are you doing? Yeah! What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So, don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. And this is a fantastic, funny Football Friday. Thank you to Spencer Tillman from Fox Sports for coming on and talking a little college football and about his new book. That's what's up. It's good stuff. That is very, very good stuff. So today, NWA, the movie comes out, and we been talking about it all day long. I can't wait to go see it. But once again, if the movie does suck, I will tell you about it on Monday. Trust me on that. I will do that. We also got to do the Boiled Penis Award. Can we go ahead and do it right now? Yes, Shree?
Power tomorrow. We only got 15 minutes. Do you think we should get another hour?
See, this is why we need you to donate to the Doug Stewart Show. Yes! Because we need another hour. But we got expenses. This is a better time than any to talk about the Doug Stewart Show. Go to thedugstewartshow.com, click on the link that says donate, and if you donate $20 or more, we'll send you your very own first-run edition of the Doug Stewart Show t-shirt, okay? Also, you can advertise on the Doug Stewart Show. We do voiceovers. We'll actually broadcast your podcast or one of your friends' podcasts. That's good on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, okay? So we got all of that stuff going on Fiverr.com. That's Fiverr, all starting at just $5. I mean, just $5. You can't beat that. So we got a lot of stuff going on. But if we can get our weight up, as the old players say, if we get our weight up, we can do a third hour, you know? I mean, hell, you want a third hour? There's not enough hours in the day for all of the fun that we have. So go to thedugstewartshow.com and do that. Now, can we do the BPA award right now? Should we go ahead and play the music too and everything? And the whole kit and caboodle? All right, why not? Penis tastes better boiled.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to begin our study of the male erection. We are adults. Now, I want everybody together to go ahead and say, penis, penis, penis.
Penis tastes better. Penis tastes better. Penis tastes better boiled.
Come on, y'all, say it.
No, man. P-nuts. I'm trying to say it as slow as I can. P-nuts. P-E-A-N-U-T-S. P-nuts. Y'all know what the hell I was saying.
Come on, y'all, say it.
All right, it's that time of the week. This week's Boiled Penis Award and I've said this several times today, but once again, if you're new to the show, ask somebody in the chat room about the Boiled Penis Award. They'll tell you. It's a long story. It's a very crazy story, but it's a long story. But your nominees for the Boiled Penis Award this week is Geno Smith, I guess in inciting his own damn jaw to get broken, inciting a riot some type of way. The First African Baptist Church of Bainbridge, Georgia, they told a 92-year-old lady to keep her little tithe money she had. She didn't have enough tithes, so we don't want none of it. Stay home, you old heifer. That's what they told her. That's wrong. That would have been my personal vote right there is for them. Brady and his lawyers, because of this whole Deflategate investigation appeal thing. And so this week's Boiled Peanuts Award winner is... I don't have the sound effect ready. This week's Boiled Penis Award winner is... hold on a second. Maybe we can get it ready. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. This is what happens when you do a lot of stuff or whatever. This week's Boiled Penis Award winner is... Yes, sir! Play it one more time since we got it now. It's to Geno Smith getting his own damn jaw broken. Y'all people are heartless. That's y'all voting. I mean, we didn't have a ton of votes because we put it up late, but, I mean, that's y'all voting. Y'all voted for Geno Smith to get a bust. I mean, hadn't the man had a bad enough week already? I mean, the man got his jaw cracked in 2 places, and to top it off, y'all gave him a Boiled Penis Award. I mean, golly, y'all are treacherous. The Stewies are treacherous. Good Lord. Piling on. Damn. So Geno Smith is this week's Boiled Penis Award winner. I mean, he did kind of word on the street, bring it on himself. I mean, so that's a horrible, horrible thing. Hey, man, what makes the Traffic Authority pre-launch so special? The $1 billion Google and Facebook business model. That's right. Premium traffic, tools, and training for online businesses. Solid company that's paid out over $1 million already. High converting pre-launch sales funnel and resources. Make money from the same customers over and over. Earn up to $1,000, $2,000, and $4,000 commissions. Win over $20,000 in prizes from our pre-launch contest. Free to join. All right. Here's where you can do this and get more information. trafficauthority.net/Tedster71. And that's TEDSTER71. Once again, trafficauthority.net/Tedster71. And make sure and tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. All right. Hey, thank y'all so much for the chat, man. I'm sure, just like me, you're going to go out and see this movie this weekend. And we'll talk about it on Monday. You got to make sure and watch Power tomorrow night. The season finale. Is that the season finale of Power? Tree? I'm getting thumbs up. So I can't wait to see that. They better not play. And again, disclaimer, do not tag me on Facebook. I don't care. I'm watching it at 9 p.m. You had a real problem with that. And for people that don't know, evidently Stars is showing the episode tomorrow morning. Is that it, Tree? It goes live at 9 a.m. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even know that. And maybe it's been doing it. But for some reason, well, I know the reason. Because I talk about Power on Facebook all the time. Uh-huh. And for some reason, and people were doing that last night, too. You know, the movie was already, a lot of people have seen Straight Outta Compton already. What? Yes. Pre-screenings. Okay, yeah, they do that. Like last night. Right. So people were doing that. That's just hating right there. Why would you why would you spoil a movie for people and you know good and well the masses haven't seen it? Now, that's a spoiler alert. That's real bad. So, yeah, don't do it. But I'm super excited. I'm having my girls over. We're going to watch TV in the basement on the screen that's painted on the wall. Oh, we're doing it big. Right. Okay. All right. Let me read a couple more of your chat messages before we get out of here today on the Doug Stewart Show. And thank you so much for joining me. If you're new to the show, I've said this today because we've done some really good marketing where we've got a lot of new listeners. You can tell from all the chat and all the listens to the show if you monitor that type of thing. We do the show Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Yesterday we had a best of show. One day last week I think we did the show an hour early because I was taping a TV show. But the normal schedule, Monday through Friday, and it ain't no black people time or whatever, that craziness they always talk about. No, we are prompt. We are running a business here. I mean, this is the real deal around here, Jack. We big time. Stewart Media and Entertainment. And so the show is Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. So we will be back Monday at that same time. Tune in. Tell people about the show. I mean, there's not another show like this in America. And that's safe to say. I mean, hell. Sports, guy talk, Magic Johnson still being alive, NWA movies, Boyle Peanuts Award, and if you're lucky, I might even sing for your ass too. Yes, sir. That's right. I did today a little bit. Happy birthday to Magic and all of that. From Fel Pay, he says, do you all find Khloe Kardashian attractive? She seems manly. She doesn't seem manly per se. She just got a big-ass noggin. She got one of them big Frankenstein heads. Kind of like, who else got that Frankenstein head? It's the black chick that models. They used to be on the Fresh Prince.
Tyra?
Yeah, Tyra Banks. She don't got a 4-head. She got an 8-head. She got one of them Monkster heads. So I don't think she's manly, though. I don't think she got big feet or veins all through her hands or whatnot. Why did that come up? Why are they talking about Khloe Kardashian in the chat room?
Well, keep reading. You'll see.
Let's see. From Scotty. Harden about to get them Mama Kardashian roots put on him. What do you mean? Is he dating?
Khloe must be dating him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you date one of them Kardashians and you get a $200 or $200 million contract from Adidas, at some point that's going to all be deposited in their account. I mean, because they like magic. They like snake charmers with that money. They get that money. From Max Jones III, Harden better be careful with Khloe. Lamar on stalker status. Grego, and that's true about Lamar Odom. From Grego, NWA was better without Cube. From KC, James Harden need to loan Geno $600 to keep IK off his ass. From 9-0 the Rhino. What up, 9-0 the Rhino? It's not like Spencer Tillman is busy since CBS kicked him to the curb. But see, that's not the case. One door closes, another door opens. Spencer Tillman is now with Fox. Vince Wright, he says, Ice Cube still hasn't paid Chris Tucker for Friday. Sorry, but BPA next week to Ice Cube if this ish is true. Yeah, the Chris Tucker special on Netflix, I watched it. Me and my wife watched it. Chris Tucker said that Ice Cube still owes him money. I mean, what? He still owes him money for Friday. Friday's like 20 years old. That can't be the case, right? No. Chris Tucker says Ice Cube still owes him money. Some type of way they had a misunderstanding about loot for the movie Friday. And if that's hard to believe, man, I kind of understand now why nobody wants to go and do a new Friday with Ice-T again if that's the case. From Rough Buff, Harden deal is dumb. Does he have 13 years left to play? Hell to the no. Stevie Wonder can see that, but that's not the point, though. I guess it's this whole Jordan phenomenon. I mean, Michael Jordan hadn't played basketball in 20 years. Well, maybe 15 years. But does Jordan still sell? Yeah, if you can build up a bigger brand or a big brand with the James Harden name, then, yeah, he still means sales to you after he's retired. From Jose Negron, I know there's beef between Ren and Dre but anyone know the story behind Ren and Yella being left out of the movie? What? I didn't know that. I got to read up on that. I'm sure there's a story on why. Thorny Switch, wait, Ren's not in the movie? Hey, wait, that's news to me too. From Andre Elam, they don't have MC Ren in the movie. Oh, hell no. Wait, that doesn't sound right to me. I added that last part in. From Eugene Jackson, Atlanta deserves BPA nominations for church banning woman from coming. She was a member for 50 years. Oh, that even makes the story worse. Not only was the lady 92 years old, and because she couldn't pay her tithes, they told her not to come back, but she had been a member of the church for 50 years? Oh, my gosh. Hey, man, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm about to pull a boss move. Here, man. We giving 2 BPAs this week. 1 BPA went to Geno Smith, but I'm giving an honorary Ball Penis Award to the Bainbridge Baptist Church in Georgia for not letting this lady come back because she didn't pay her tithes. 50 years. They get a Ball Penis Award, too. It's called Ball Penis Awards. Same thing. Same damn thing, Tree. I had to pull a boss move. I'm sorry. So it's a Ball Penis A and B winners this week. How about that? I didn't know the lady had been there 50 years. What? Trey, how you feel about that? And you know, we've had disagreements and disputes about religion and church and all of this and that, and you're a supporter of Eddie Long and Creflo and all of them people, and I'm not. But so how do you feel about this?
What the hell? First of all, delete that.
What? Well, you know what I mean.
I'm not a supporter of Eddie Long, but I don't like this. And it really hurts my feelings because I've been emotionally damaged in the past by religion. You know, when I was in a foster home, I went to Seventh-day Adventist, so I thought I was going to go to hell if I didn't go to church on Saturday and just all nonsense. I really feel sad about this. And ironically, the night before, I was sitting here and I was going to pay my tithes because I want to, not because someone's ain't standing up holding guns over ninjas.
Right.
I wanted to. And then someone had reached out to me about something that someone else was going through, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give my tithes to them.
You know what, man? And
I don't feel bad about that.
Right.
And I wish a ninja would.
Let me say this, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and I always make it a practice not to really get into religion. But this story right here is very disappointing. You just talked about it and giving tithes. Now, I mean, I would love to give tithes, but there's been times in my life where I felt that I couldn't or I shouldn't at that point or whatever. We were trying to eat, okay? And so I haven't given tithes. The quickest way to run a ninja like myself from your church is to try to embarrass them and shame them in church about not giving tithes. One of the first churches I went to in Atlanta, they had this thing where they actually separated the people that gave tithes and the people that didn't. If you're going to tithe, then we want you to come up to the altar and drop it in this basket. If you don't tithe, don't you bring your ass up here. And I was like, oh, no, that ain't right. I don't think that was godly. I didn't think the good Lord would like that. And so I left that church. And subsequently, I've left probably 3, 4, 5, 6 churches because of the same thing. Around here, a lot of these churches in Atlanta, they're business run. They're ran like businesses. And I don't like that. I'm from the country. My granddaddy was a preacher. It's about come as you are and give what you can. And yeah, we want to give 10%, but sometimes, for whatever reason they have, people don't do it. And you shouldn't make them feel less of a person. I never liked that. And this story here just takes it to the next level. I mean, golly. You try to embarrass me because I don't tithe and see if you see me again. You'll never see me again.
I just want to say something. You see what time it is, right? Why don't you just say hour number 3?
Yeah. That would be the case if y'all donate. Yes, sir. But we got to go. We got to get the hell out of here. I got to go see a man about a horse, for real. No lie. I got a couple of meetings today. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Doug Stewart Show. This is how we do it every day. Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Shouts out to the Tree of Life. Tree, thank you so much for doing what you do. Shouts out to Waterhead Walter. Appreciate, Walter, what you do on this show every day. Thank you. I love you. Shouts out to Dwayne Bassan, Gerald Oliveri, my engineers. I really do appreciate it, man. 2 quick housekeeping notes. You can donate to the Doug Stewart Show at thedougstewartshow.com. Click on the donate button. $20 or more. We'll send you your very own first run edition of the t-shirt. Yes, sir. We'll do that. Would you like to advertise on the Doug Stewart Show? You can do that as well on Fiverr.com. That's Fiverr. 2 R's at the end. Fiverr.com. Just search the Doug Stewart Show when you get on there. Yeah. And last thing, man. Clear your calendar for the weekend of September 26th. All right? We're going to be celebrating the 1-year anniversary of the Doug Stewart Show. And a whole weekend of events lined up in ATL. So plan to be in Atlanta the weekend of September 26th. All right, we'll do it again Monday. Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace.